Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Clemson's offense takes the field. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Colorado State Rams offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field.
He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Rams headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Got a man in the middle. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score Colorado State 7, Clemson 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on second down from the 14. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It leads to second down.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
7, Clemson, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Rams in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
2nd down after that incompletion. Looking for room. It's Maffa. Fights off a defender.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Clemson will send the punt team out. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Give to the running back. The Rams will move the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
At the 42. Good enough for 1st down.
And the Rams are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
The Rams want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes his connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
And the Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
The Rams have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rams! Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got him downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This crowd knows when to bring it. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Colorado State 17, Clemson 0.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
1st and 10.
And with time running out here in the second quarter, they'll just take a knee. Down on the scoreboard, they'll try to regroup in the locker room at halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
And the returner will be dragged down. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The give from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
And the Rams moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down defense.
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Fowler DeColosi. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
The Rams will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Williams. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Looking for a deep man. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. They'll run it to the right side. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Rams want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
The Rams send out the punt unit. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And they'll get off 1 more play before the end of the quarter. Quick release by the QB. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. It's caught. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. He wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He'll do it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 70-yard touchdown drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Works the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down, maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. And now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And the Rams will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block, it's Williams. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Rams with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got his man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to second down.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So it's an 80-yard drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Clemson. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the books. Welcome to the house that Rockney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegan renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Falcons offense will start this game off. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the big fullback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Goes to the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback keeper. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Looking downfield, it's Busha. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Wants to go up top. Feeling some heat. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You can't throw completions if you don't give your guys an opportunity. And that time from the pocket, the QB trying to attack the perimeter, but the ball just got away from him and fell incomplete.
The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So Notre Dame's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. He's got his man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The give to the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Getting some heat. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. To the air, it's Leonard. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Love. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast. Understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll keep it himself. He's loose at the 15. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
The give to the tailback. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Dave.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes the catch.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Fires to the end zone. And that pass picked off.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catch is made at the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got it. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They'll immediately call timeout. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Leonard. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
To the air, it's Busha. This one's complete.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Trying to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
The Falcons will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter. Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Might as well give it to him again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. It's Leonard. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for room. It's Love. Oh, big juke to get past. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a drive there of 85 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Give to the fullback. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll run the option. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Looking for a crease. It's Love.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Second down coming up. He'll ride his man on the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Falcons are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Busha. They're trying to get to him. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to throw, it's Busha. Gets rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they got him for the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a catch past the sticks. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Air Force.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. One more play to pad the stats.
It's a turnover on downs.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Final score, Notre Dame 21, Air Force
This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. Boston College will kick it off to get things going here. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So Alabama's offense comes on the field first today. And here comes that star wide receiver, certainly one of the focal points of the offense, one of the best in college football. He has that kind of, yeah, I'm him aura. I'm the best player on the field.
The field? But this guy crawled out of the bed, thought he was the best. He's confident, but he carries it as a guide for his team. It gives them confidence because they know that when he's great, they have a chance to win every game. Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Important second down play coming up. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Here's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Good catch made on the sideline. That's enough for a first down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Send the back in motion. He'll take a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Chris, they don't hit this pass, but I love the approach here as a play caller. Taking a shot and being aggressive, getting that ball downfield, stretching that defense. Try to keep those safeties back. You can open up other aspects of your offense.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Oh, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. And the back now goes in motion to throw. It's Milroe. And he finds the running back in the flat. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Now it's second down here. Looking for some space. It's Miller. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The shotgun running play call. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense, throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic, make a couple adjustments, and get ready next time they get the ball.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That's caught. It's Bond.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Robichaux. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
No huddle here for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. That's reeled in. It's Robichaux. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Looking to throw it again. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quick completion to the tight end. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. He hands it off from the gun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, a push inside there by that offensive line.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a third and goal.
Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Here's a run call on third and goal. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Wow, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the BC offense is back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's James. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here comes the up-tempo offense. On first and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Pass caught, second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Morales. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
A pass rush closing in. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. To the air. It's James. Who makes the grab. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So with just seconds left before halftime, out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to tie things up at the break. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. He missed it. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Boston College offense back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And we're able to get him down.
Running back carry. He's brought down at the 21-yard line. Third down coming.
Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's James. Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
On On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Bradley. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Oh, it's a reverse. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
It's 3rd down for the offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that, and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Quick throw caught over the middle. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown. Tied. No chance to catch it. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the 2nd half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out, it's McGowan. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. So the BC offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, and then in a pick. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's a quick grab. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Grab behind the line. It's Spawn. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Second down play coming up. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They'll try to run for the first down. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They'll kick it away here. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackled, but first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Man, if I'm this offense, Chris, I stay aggressive. I know they didn't connect there, but keep testing this defense. Keep challenging, because if you do connect on that one, it could be a game-breaking play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Hand it off for a draw. Fighting him off. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Can he get there on the ground? They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Back to pass. It's Milroe. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle.
A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. And that punt carries into the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the Boston College offense back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Makes the grab. It's Harris. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Back to pass. It's James. Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, as a defense, you'll take that all day. No problem at all. You give up a short little route. You tackle him inbounds. It keeps the clock running. That's a great job by the defense.
Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Bradley. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
This Boston College offense is quickly moving down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Robichaux. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
That completion makes it second down. Looking to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Well, hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back and loss of yards. Now you're behind the sticks.
They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Looking to pass. It's James. Lets it go quickly. He pulls it in for a big gain. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Boston College getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incompletion sets up a second down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Boston College.
touchdown.
This offense has done what's been asked of them. They get the touchdown. Now it comes down to, can you recover the onside kick to give yourself a shot?
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7.
That makes the score Alabama 10, Boston College 7.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
Set to advance on the football.
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.